Well, that's the inner smile.
Okay.
And that's Fritz Smith came up with that, and a long time ago. And at this point, that's my 5 element offering for the day. There may be questions, and that's all I have for now. It was more of an offering, and the smile, it just makes me smile when I think about it. Saying thank you to the organs, because they're very hardworking, these officials.
True.
And
Question.
yes.
Do you go through the same organs in that order every time, or is it something that you sense and kind of work, or does it change from group to group or session to session?
Well, I mean, so I went from spring through to winter, and then I mean, like the liver and the eyes are related, and the gallbladder and the ligaments and tendons. Well, both the liver and the gallbladder.
Okay.
With those, and I mean the lungs, definitely. Your third lung is your skin in Chinese medicine.
So the first 10 million got poisoned by the tin paint, maybe.
Could be.
In The Wizard of Oz, they had to change actors, so that's the point.
Because it was real tin.
Yeah.
It's your largest organ in your body, your skin. Think about it.
But that's, I mean, there's another meditation, which is tracing the meridians, but if you don't know them already, it would take some teaching in order to get there. That's what you're for. Trace meridians. Trace them all on one side, and then just sort of superimpose that you've done this side onto this side, and then you feel kind of energized. Other questions? Well, thanks for coming. And this was called Beyond the Talking because it really wasn't an offering in just the basic understandings of the officials and the elements. It was more an internal. What's the word? I'm going to get rid of that word.
Why is it? Why is the liver equated with spring?
Well, if you're thinking of, so the seed sprouts, and then the energy of the spring and the energy of the liver is the emotion associated with wood is anger. And it's more about birth and pushing. The liver gets things done. It's the general of the armed forces. So the liver says, this is the plan, folks. Got it? And you just do it because the liver said so. And the liver's about prioritizing, so you drink a beer and the liver goes, what are you doing? Now I've got to process this alcohol. And this is priority. This is what's going on. And the rest of the system goes, okay, you're in charge, at least at that point. So the spring, was that the question? Why is why is the liver associated with
Spring.
Spring? Yeah, and that's just where, I mean, the Chinese are looking at the seasons as manifestations of, that certain elements are more prevalent in those times. And spring is the power of birth. And the liver has to do with the vision and the hope of that, of birth and renewal and sprouting up through the pavement. And there's there's a lot of rapid growth that happens in the spring. You know, that when you're moving into summertime, the power of fire has to do with maturity. And so the plants have already pushed through, they've grown to this certain size, and they'll grow a little bit more, but it won't be the same sort of energy. And that's where the fire element comes in, where the sun is up high in the sky, and things are growing, and it's actually a time to be with your family and be outside, because it can be nice. And hence the love. That's where the love and being together comes from. And then onwards to earth, late summer, harvest time. You know, and actually the energy is about decline. You know, the height of the season, fire goes down, and what happens is the plants come through and they start to put energy into the fruits. And so they're not growing anymore. They basically stopped, and their stuff's ripening on the vine or in the field. And then metal, moving into fall, has to do with balance. And if you think of the apple falls from the tree and rots on the ground and makes the soil much richer for the next year. And that's where the balance from above is down into the soil. And then winter, there's a certain word, winter. Oh, emphasis. It's like the trees are just bare, and you see the tree against the cold sky, and it's emphasized because it's just bony. There's no leaves on the tree. And that's certainly a time that's more an internal time, going inward. The kidneys have to do with our essence that we get from our parents. Talk about the inward place of receiving ancestral chi. That's where that comes from, into our kidneys. That's the winter, and then back in through the spring. I think I answered your question.
Yes, you did.
Anything else? Thank you.
Cool.
And this has been part 2 of Village Health Series, 5 Element Acupuncture, heart-based medicine. Say bye, Harold.